Hi guys, I'm Anissa and I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to do a tag video because I am going to be participating in the Bookbuddyathon, which is set in the beginning of May. But before that I wanted to do a tag video, and the tag video is essentially that you ask the buddy to send a couple of 5 different questions that you have to answer, just so that buddy can get to know me a little better and you can get to know me a little better. So it's a win-win. I'm going to be having my TBR up on my channel in the next coming days, so you have that to look out for. But my buddy for the Bookbuddyathon is going to be Call Me Sensei she only has a Twitter account, so she's not going to be doing this tag sadly because she doesn't have a YouTube channel. So instead she just gave me a couple of questions to answer so that I could do this tag. But I'll leave a link to her Twitter name down below. She's also the creator of a readathon called Because Dragons Readathon, and I'm definitely planning on participating in the next round of that. Question number 1 that she sent me is, which author would you most like to meet in person? I'm not sure about this, but I'm thinking maybe Richelle Mead, because I've read mostly all of her books and I really enjoy the majority of them, so I'd like to meet her. I think she sounds like a really nice person, but I'm not really sure. I don't really think about book authors that I want to meet because they don't ever come to Denmark, so the authors that I potentially wanted to meet. The only Danish author that I probably want to meet is Jussi Olsen, who is the author of the Department Q series, but I'm not sure if that's ever gonna happen, but yeah. Question number 2 is, which character would you most like to date? Yeah, I don't think too much about sort of book boyfriends and stuff, but I want to say that Adam from the Mercy Thompson series is someone I've always really been fascinated with from the beginning. I really like him as a character, and so I'd probably pick him, except I think that he's pretty perfect for Mercy, so I'm not really sure how that will work out. Question number 3 is, what's your favorite and least favorite genre and why? Now, my favorite genre is, well, essentially it's just the whole fantasy genre, but I also really enjoy urban fantasy, which is a subgenre in fantasy, and I'm not always considering them to be the same thing, even though it's a subgenre, because it's very, very different compared to the regular fantasy that I'm thinking about. But I really enjoy fantasy books. My least favorite genre, I guess it's probably non-fiction, but it's mostly because I don't think I've ever really read any non-fiction books that didn't seem too textbook-like, so that I felt like I was reading school books. And so if you have some books you could recommend that are non-fiction that you really enjoyed and you think I like them because they're not textbook-like, then please by all means leave recommendations about that in the comments down below so I can check this out. Question number 4 is, do you have any odd bookish habits, like writing in your books while you're reading, or creating playlists for the book characters or the books in general? I don't do either of those. I don't know if I have any odd habits. I always take off the dust jacket, but I'm not sure if that's an odd habit, because I can't read books with the dust jacket on it. It just annoys me. So I always take it off, and that's why I've lost the dust jacket to Goblet of Fire. No, I haven't thrown it out. I just don't know where it is. So I did find the dust jacket for Breaking Dawn, which I don't really care about, but I found it in a box with lots of other papers in it, so yeah, maybe my Goblet of Fire is somewhere in those boxes as well, who knows? But do I have any other weird habits? I don't know how to tab books while I'm reading. I don't know if that's an odd habit. It's not an odd habit, it's just something I don't know how to do. I see all of the people putting tabs in their books. I only put tabs in books if they're short story collections, to sort of put my rating there when I'm finished with it. But apart from that, I don't put tabs in, because I don't want to stop reading to put this tab in. I think it takes too much time. Yeah. And I can't read series out of order. I just can't, even if you're saying this is this series is, you can totally read them out of order because they follow different people and it's not the same story and you don't have to have read all of the books before that. I can't do that. I can't. So I always read books in order. The only times I've not read a book series in order is the Harry Potter series, which I started with book 6, but it was only because I'd watched the first 5 movies, and then there was the Robert Langdon series by Dan Brown, where I've only read The Lost Symbol, but that's again because I watched the first 2 movies. And I haven't read all the other books by Dan Brown yet. I'm not sure if I'm gonna read them. Maybe I'll read them when I'm more like an adult. When I'm older and I don't care about YA any longer. Who knows if that happens. Yeah, but I guess these are some of my odd habits. It just doesn't sit well with me to read a book 3 before I've read book 1. So this is the most difficult question. Question number 5. Pick one of your favorite books and a beverage that fits well with it, alcohol or non-alcoholic. I think I'm gonna go with Billy and Me by Joanna Fletcher because I honestly really enjoyed this book. It's about this girl called Sophie May who works at this tea shop in a really small town, and one day this guy called Billy Buskin, who is an actor, he was a very up-and-coming famous actor, but she doesn't know who he is because she's a lot more into books and doesn't watch a lot of movies and stuff. And anyway, but he comes into her store one day and he's infatuated with her, I guess, and she doesn't know who he is, and then they sort of find this friendship and then they end up getting together. But the beverage that I wanted to drink with this is obviously a good cup of tea in a cozy little tea shop, because that's very fitting with the story and the setting and all of that. So there you have it. These were the 5 questions for the Bookbuddyathon tag. Let me know in the comments down below if you're going to be participating in the Bookbuddyathon, and yeah, and let me know what you thought of this tag, and just write whatever you feel like. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video very, very soon. Goodbye!